a few of those runs. It's about getting something. As soon as he leaves the box, then you've got to put bodies in there, Arsenal. Make sure that he gets that free kick, and another opportunity now for Arsenal to get themselves back on level terms.
Extreme close-up of Junior Krupi from Michael Oliver's camera.
Looked like he was complaining about something then.
So Declan Rice out there to take the delivery, usually extremely good from the Arsenal captain.
Come on, Bournemouth.
It's deep towards Gabriel, who wins his header, but quicker to react. It was Truffert with the clearance. Noni Madueke. Looks to tee up Tavernier, but he's just overrun it.
Come on, Bournemouth.
TNT Sports has now moved to its new streaming home on HBO Max, where you can also find Emmy award-winning medical drama The Pit. You can catch up with season 1 with brand new episodes of season 2, now streaming every week.
There we go, Bournemouth. There we go, Bournemouth.
That's a nice pass, wasn't it, from Scott, which sets Jimenez away. And then in turn, Ryan, who can take on Lewis Skelly and pull it back.
Ooh.
That's an important block by Gabriel.
Terrific block from Gabriel to hit the back of his face.
Ryan against Lewis Skelly again. Jimenez. In towards Krupi. It wasn't a bad pass in actual fact.
Look like they're enjoying themselves, Bournemouth. They look like quite happy to be here, just playing that fluid football, getting themselves forward quickly. Did well there, Gabriel.
So he's on the list.
Krupi Junior Krupi. He's having fun.
Debut Premier League season for a teenager. Chasing down Robbie Keane and Robbie Fowler. Saliba's header in there for Arsenal. Truffert looking to get away from Zubimendi. He's also only the third teenager to score in both games against Arsenal in the same Premier League season. He's on a list that includes Kevin Gallen and Wayne Rooney, I'm reliably told.
He's certainly
Can't miss out with Rooney.
dribbler, but obviously finish as well. Does help. Good one today.
It's amazing though, Lucy. They're all there, these potential stars, if you can find them. But some clubs are better than others at actually finding them.
Bournemouth do that, and then they recover when they lose them as well for big money.
So the long throw from Hill and a comfortable catch for Raya.
Oh, quick break there for Arsenal. Oh, Declan Rice. Come on. Come on. What a defending there to cut that pass.
Yeah, they've got a good shape, good back four. Two centre midfielders work hard, and then they've got a bit of talent of game craft in those forward areas as well. Evan Nielsen, the target runner as well.
They play with confidence, Bournemouth. They play with no fear at all. Look at that. They said, come and get the ball. They want you to come and get it. Come and get the ball off us. This would be massive if Bournemouth can win this game. It will be massive for Man City here. City advantage. But, you know, it's a long way to go. Look at the Arsenal bench. Look at that bench. They can change anything. you just know they're gonna push this team all the way to the end. And Bournemouth, they've got to be ready to run for 90 minutes, 90 plus minutes. Because Arsenal, every team I got against Bournemouth here, the ref, over Arsenal trying to play dirty, get a corner, set piece. They got to make sure they don't give away any of that. And if they do, then they got to be ready to defend it. They got to play technical fouls away from their box, not even close to the 6-yard box. Here we go. And they just gave one away. There's a set piece coming out for Arsenal. I told you the ref will try and do anything for Arsenal here. But clearly it was a foul on Madueke. Now watch them, the set piece. Here we go. Here we go with the set piece. Declan Rice on the ball. Wasted.
Bournemouth situation and say that had they been a bit more clinical in matches, they'd be in a much stronger position than they currently are. I mean, despite this unbeaten run, they've only won 4 of their last 22 in the Premier League, and they've dropped 18 points when they've had the lead, so they've been quite susceptible in situations like this, and that's the reason why they're not higher up the table.
They don't put teams away when they get themselves 1-0 up, perhaps, and then just relax a little bit, or don't defend as well as they should do, and just let teams into it.
They let him get away with it. I think Eze will be coming on shortly, or second half. Because Arsenal are missing some creativity in that midfield. Here we go, Bournemouth gone. Release the ball, release it. Oh.
I mean, what's happening is that they're just coming out on top in the duels. Arsenal not getting close when Bournemouth have the ball.
Martin Zubimendi. Crowd wants him to pass it forward. They want to see more urgency from him.
He didn't touch him. That's not even a foul. He didn't touch him. He played for that. Mate, that's not even a foul. Another set piece here. If you keep giving them these set pieces, they're going to score eventually. This is the thing with Arsenal. Here we go. Ooh. They've got corner. Here we go. We've got corner now.
As he always is in the middle, he's the primary target. Went instead towards Zubimendi. Gabriel gets there. They're appealing for a penalty.
They're asking for a penalty here. The ref is gonna give it. I told you. I told you. You keep giving them these stupid things. That is not penalty. He's so close to him. How are you gonna give that as a pen? He's so close. Fucking hell. That's so close to him. I told you, once you keep giving them chances like that, they're going to score eventually. Arsenal will score. And the usual just happened. The usual just happened. This is the luckiest team ever. If they win the league, it's giving it to Gyökeres to take the penalty. It's giving it to Gyökeres. Gyökeres is going to take it.
Was actually taken by Havertz, who's now given the ball to Gyökeres. That was against Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League, but it is going to be their leading scorer. A man who's got 6 goals.
They're so lucky, man. This is the luckiest team ever.
Big moment this for Arsenal with 10 minutes to go in the first half.
Oh, he scored. 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 That's not fast. They're all doing the celebration, bro. They're all doing the Gyökeres celebration. Fucking hell. This is the luckiest team ever. Keeper gets the wrong way, but ball go away from him. Listen to the commentary, man. 35 minutes and that's their first shot on target. That's the only thing they depend on. Set pieces, penalties, corner kicks. 35 minutes at the Emirates, you've not had a single shot on target.
The one point I'd make about giving a penalty for something like that is when it's that close, you've got no opportunity to actually move your hand, so you can't do anything to avoid it, which I always think infuriates the player that's penalised.
Which I think is what Bournemouth were complaining about. What's unnatural, you've got to sort of stretch out, but tell you what, we've seen them given so many times like that.
So 1-1. Let's see.
But no, they can still have a go at this. They can still do it. They can still have a go at this.
The Arsenal manager, Mikel Arteta. What they can't shy away from, though, Arsenal, is despite the fact they're back on terms, they've got to play a lot better than this.
Yeah, I mean, midweek they got a great result, but they were quite conservative. Obviously, it was an away performance, but it's just a little bit of zip.
They've played so poorly, and they just out of luck. They got penalty.
Trepidation about where they are in the league. Hopefully, that goal there will dissolve some of it.
We've got the free kick here for the foul on Evan Nilsson. Who aren't the biggest team by any stretch of the imagination. The centre-backs Hill and Senesi have gone in there. That's too close to David Raya.
Quick break again from Arsenal. Bang. Oh, he lost it. He came for it, got it, and he lost it. And here they come again. Corner kick. Oh. Corner kick again.
As well, intercepts again.
Another incoming set piece.
Just a last ditch, wasn't it? It came up off it.
Yeah. Got a firmer touch than we initially thought based on the angle that it went off his toe, but it's a good opportunity this. For Arsenal.
Turn the screw, Arsenal. We've got a bit of momentum in the game.
Gabriel being marked here by Hill, and that's a good catch by Petrovic.
However Arsenal play, I don't often see Declan Rice put in a less than sort of 8 out of 10 performance, though he just keeps going. Those sort of nerves don't affect him.
Bro, the commentary, like they're all Arsenal fans.
fair. And then Christie, that's nicely done in a tight space by Bournemouth. Evan Nilsson.
Oh, what a pass!
And hit the shot.
Oh,
David Raya down to save it.
those are the chances you should be taking, Bournemouth.
Into Christie, who's won the ball back.
Foul.
Alex
Gone.
Scott.
Advantage played. Ooh, track chipping the keeper.
The shot there, Scott. Made a mess of it, though, Arsenal, didn't they?
Arsenal, they've been a poor team. They're lucky to be 1-1.
Playing with a little bit of freedom. Just got underneath it, didn't it, Scott?
Here's Andoni Iraola. It's his 200th game as a manager in the top flight today. It's all about the Basque region of Spain.
Arsenal are lucky to be level in this game.
3 months apart, so their careers
5 minutes to go.
alongside each other for quite a while through junior football, etc.
Just a bit of a disconnect between the defensive unit that's solid for Arsenal and the attacking unit, attacking front four.
There's the disconnect between those in the seats and those on the pitch.
5 minutes to go.
They want Arsenal to play the ball forward quicker, particularly Zubi Mendy. You can feel it all around us.
But they haven't got into the flow, so they don't want to waste the ball forward. That's why they just need to take a few more risks. But it's not what Arteta wants. He wants them to have control of the game.
Delicate from Christie.
Foul.
To Bournemouth. So Senesi's gone up there. Scott was just receiving instructions from Bournemouth's set-piece coach. It's clipped in towards Ryan, headed away by Kai Havertz. Ben White. That's a Bournemouth throw.
They've been so poor, man. This is truly the worst team to win the league if they win it.
Junior Krupi. Into the final 2 minutes of the first half. Junior Krupi with the Bournemouth goal and Victor Gyökeres with the Arsenal penalty. That's an interesting one up towards Evan Nilsson. Krupi now gets on it. Looking to make room for the shot. Zubi Mendy was physical but fair according to Michael Oliver.
Arsenal again dominated at home.
Minutes here at the end of the half.
There's just too many Arsenal players playing below the level of the best one, Rice. It's an issue that they've had. A bit of a disconnect in the units. Bournemouth playing freely.
Bournemouth, they're playing how they want to play.
Disconnecting the units.
You don't want that.
So 1-1. Arteta animated, Arsenal sluggish.
Somebody was saying
got so far.
Bruno cannot start in this Arsenal team. Are you joking?
No space over there for Saliba, but he's so calm in possession.
They're getting dominated at home.
Saliba, unfortunate with the deflection for the Bournemouth goal, but I'd certainly like to see them, those two and Raya behind in your team.
I must say they've not got a great deal from Havertz in the first half, Arsenal, nor Zubi Mendy in central midfield either.
No, and that's what I'm saying, the connection. You know, you've got to link the play. Odegaard gets a lot of stick, but because he gets on the ball a lot, so therefore he'll might have a loose pass every so often, but he connects the two units.
So Scott to take the latest Bournemouth free kick. Moving towards the final few seconds of the half. It's a good one in as well. Who was attacking it? Any kind
Wow.
of touch from him would have been
Wow.
interesting. Senesi was in the region also.
Terrific ball. It's just waiting for someone to get on the
Set
end of
piece
it.
for a
Ryan
ball.
watches it because he knows
Oh, unlucky.
any sort of touch.
2 minutes.
Well, it seemed to be being manhandled there by Tavernier, but the game's carried on. Krupi can chase it.
Bournemouth are making it uncomfortable for Arsenal. The back, depressing them.
That's a graphic there, 52% last 5 minutes, that shows you that Bournemouth haven't been unduly bothered by the Arsenal equaliser.
I don't think they've given the ball away as much as Arsenal either.
To Gyökeres, Ben White, Noni Madueke, good foot in from Christie.
That's a foul, ref.
White gets there ahead of Trufair, but the back heel was reacted to well by Noni Madueke.
He's gonna give it. He's gonna give it against the Bournemouth players. That's mad.
Poor pass from Zubimendi, but he just managed to make something of it between Ben White and Madueke. Now they've got a chance right at the end.
Looks as though Senesi might just have tripped himself, hence why the collision came. What a chance this is for Arsenal right at the end of the half. Last chance of the half. Declan Rice over it. Mikel Arteta working out what he's got to say when he gets them in there.
Here they come. Another set piece.
Teased in by Rice into a good area. That's a good header.
Good defending.
Hill.
And look at that, as soon as Bournemouth get the ball to try and break, it calls for the half-time whistle, it blows the half-time whistle. The Premier League refs are the worst kind of human beings you will see in the sport. You know, Arsenal, they've been poor. They've been absolutely poor in this half. They've been dominated at home. You know, they have been dominated by. They've only had one shot on target. And that's the one they scored, the penalty. You know, luckiest team to, if they ever win the league, they'll be the luckiest team ever. You get dominated at home like that for 45 minutes, only one shot, and still the commentators are telling us, oh, Arsenal are brilliant. You know, they're not giving enough credit to Bournemouth, the way they've played, the way they've handled Arsenal. We're not seeing that. We're not hearing that from the commentary. You know, the Bournemouth, they deserve something out of this game. They deserve a win because the way they've played. Arsenal needed the help of the ref again to give them that penalty. But absolutely, that shouldn't be a penalty at all. The ball was so close to him. What was he supposed to do with his arm? Right. I don't understand it. So, but yeah, luckiest team ever if these people win the league. We're in for a rude awakening in the Premier League. You're gonna see a lot of rule change if Arsenal win the league next season. The Premier League will start changing the rules because teams will start complaining in the manner in which Arsenal have scored their goals. They've gone against teams or keepers, surrounding keepers. I bet there's been more complaint in the Premier League this season than any other season I can remember. With the way Arsenal have won some matches, it's just ridiculous, man. So here we go. Hello? Hi. Is that for me? Thank you. Yeah. Take it upstairs. Take it to Harris. But yeah, Arsenal is not looking good for them in this game. If they continue playing like this, I can see Bournemouth making it. Take it to Harris. Harris will do it for you. Take it to Harris. He'll do it for you. But yeah, can't see that happening at all. One way or the other. Oh, I forgot to stop the clock. Let's stop the clock here. Please vote if you hear. Who do you think is gonna win? What's gonna happen next? Let us know. It's currently 1-1. Jokeres from the spot, and then Krupi Junior Krupi. First half dominated Arsenal all the way through. You know. But it's been he's been good to watch. Bournemouth. It's been really good watching Bournemouth. No, I can't say the same for Arsenal. Because all they've done is underperform. Apart from Declan Rice, none of them. So let's see what Madueke has been average. Yeah. There were some games, under 17, under 18 games last night. United lost 2 games in a row now. The under 21, sorry. We've lost. Let's see if we can pull these goals, man. From yesterday. United are currently playing Leeds United, I think. Or is that the previous game? Probably from the previous game. Let me see if I'll be able to show you that. Shout out to Alifu, by the way. It's good defender. I don't need it now. What else? That is the fan. It's a pump. Not a fan, actually it's a pump. We'll probably win this game. Two game back to back last week against Real Madrid, and the day before yesterday, I think yesterday they lost again. We are winning that game by 1-0 so far. Players should be coming out shortly.
the Masters and everything else that's happening.
Lots to talk about.
Yeah, here on TalkSport today, 81089 is the text number. Let's hear from you this morning. Does the jacket need a liven up? I'm only joking. Purists, don't go crying about a jacket.
Tottenham are going down.
Chill out. The Premier League is back, and it started with a bang last night. West Ham are not going down without a fight. It was live here on TalkSport.
Tottenham are going down. Tottenham, they're going down because West Ham, they're currently on a good run. You know, they're loving life. The players are coming out again for the second half. But Spurs to go down, West Ham to stay up. You got to put money on it if you're a betting guy. You got to put money on that. But for me, that would be crazy to see Spurs in the Championship. To see them lose some of the best players they've got that have underperformed this season. And to see West Ham stay up after being in the bottom 3-4 since the beginning of the season up till now. This is the first time they've got out of the bottom 3, West Ham. That'll give them so much motivation, you know, to stay up, to fight, to continue to fight. And if Nuno keeps them up, it deserves every bonus he's gonna get from. The players are coming out now. If Nuno keeps them up, they'll deserve everything, man.
Occasionally, but you know, feed the front players. Martinelli, we've hardly seen him in the game.
Martin Keown again spouting all the bias.
Talks about 38 goals scored from the goal involvements from the substitutes. Well, it might have to be a sub that comes on today. So make sure you start the second half well.
What about
Scully's going to come on, I think.
Bournemouth in this one? Do you expect it to continue in the same manner?
I thought first half Bournemouth were exceptional. Well drilled, the pressing, very good on the ball as well.
Bournemouth were brilliant first half. You go watch them, you know. Even just by listening to the commentary, they were brilliant. And I hope they continue the same thing in the second half. They don't sit back and wait to counter Arsenal, because if you invite the pressure, Arsenal is just going to keep hitting you with the pressure, and eventually they'll get a goal.
Commentary team.
Look at Arteta consulted with this, you know. Can Arsenal win this game though? That's the big question. I can't see them winning it. I still see Bournemouth winning it. There we go, second half.
That Arsenal have played in all competitions this season compared to the 34th for Bournemouth. So they've played a lot more football. There's a lot more tread on the tyres. Bournemouth haven't played for 22 days. And in the meantime, Arsenal played a League Cup final, they played a Champions League match, and they played an FA
Arsenal
Cup
should be
game as
fresh,
well, so
right?
they've been a lot busier.
I think in that first half you could see that. I'm sure the message at half-time for Arsenal, simple things to keep the ball well, get closer to Bournemouth, better in the duels, that they're coming out second best in those, and be interested to see how long it is before Arteta does make any changes, because he talks about his finishers, the ones who come off the bench and make a difference.
Two teams have managed to get draws here this season. Manchester City and Liverpool. Manchester United the only team to beat Arsenal at the Emirates in all competitions. That and they scored the most goals in the second half of Premier League matches this season.
They've scored 39 goals
No changes
in the second half. Arsenal, 39 goals they've scored.
At half time.
So you can see from what the difference the bench has made for them. Handball.
It's a handball being given against Arsenal, so free kick here to Bournemouth.
It's just doesn't look like he's got up to speed
Bournemouth
yet.
just needs to take advantage of everything.
Talked about the tiredness from midweek, whether he's just got something in his legs. It's just not quite at his pomp.
So this is ball forward. Ben White's header away by Madueke, but only to Truffert. Saw one or two little glimpses in the first half of Ryan, but not a great deal. Tended to operate a bit more down the left than the right, Bournemouth, in the first half. Senesi, now Christie. Well, here is Ryan up against Miles Lewis-Skelly, starting in the Premier League for just the second time this season. Now Jimenez.
It's not a single game time, Lewis Kelly. So I say we're gonna make it to the World Cup.
Taverniers pass back to Truffert. Alex Scott. Sun shining down on the Emirates Stadium.
Bournemouth certainly play better in high-tempo games. You know, when they get it, well, they will move it quicker.
So this is past Gabriel's clearance. Quickly across was Hill to get there ahead of Havertz. I mean, there's a real incentive for Bournemouth to win the match today. If they do, they'll go 9th and within a point of both Everton and Brentford. And they've never played European football in the club's history. A strong finish to the season might just bring them that, because they're kind of knocking on the door, aren't they?
Absolutely. They've got the foundation of all those draws in a row. They're unbeaten. Can they get a win? Just kickstart the end of the season for them.
I know there's a big incentive for Arsenal, but there's a big incentive for Bournemouth as well, and we can't overlook that. It's given away by Raya. Complete imprecision from the Arsenal goalkeeper.
It's not often you see that. Really work out which one he was going to go longer, or instead went short to Zubamendi. Not accurate.
It's Bournemouth who have started the half controlling things. They've had all of the ball.
Bournemouth needs to take advantage of this. Arsenal, I don't think they've got. I mean, after midweek Champions League, they've got another competition coming up as well.
Good positional play that by Hill.
It's just not enough on the pass. He's made a good run forward. Good defending though.
Lewis-Skelly with a challenge. It's going to be a free kick.
See, Arsenal, it looks like they've not got the legs. They're committing a lot of fouls.
Legs of Krupi as well. It's a strong challenge. You just see him just swipe with his left foot, gets the ball, but then takes the player.
The way the second half started, 62% possession for Bournemouth, who have slipped back into their rhythm.
Right, Arsenal are just sitting in the shape, middle of the pitch, and just trying to.
We need another goal from Bournemouth. We need a goal from Bournemouth. Come on.
Tavernier lost out, but Arsenal can't keep it. Truffert plays it on. Christie's making.
Come on.
And he'll just about get there as well, but quickly bowls it out here to Havertz.
See, Arsenal Raya trying to play a quick ball, but there's not enough men running forward because they've not got the legs. Bournemouth got to take advantage of this. Got to press them. Show them no respect. Show them no respect at all.
Martin Zubamendi.
It's when you allow Declan Rice to keep the ball and you can dictate the play there.
Looks as though Leandro Trossard is getting ready on the Arsenal bench.
The bench is the one that's going to win it for Arsenal. Eze is coming on as well.
Seen a great deal, and he's going to make changes quickly.
Trossard and Eze coming on.
You know, the ball's not going into Martinelli, whose strength is to run in behind. That's not happening. Trossard in to just try to pass the way in there.
Dare I say, apart from Declan Rice, you could probably take off any of the other outfield players.
The hype on Declan Rice is crazy, bro.
Centre-backs, but elsewhere there's just been no fluidity at all in this Arsenal group. Here's Madueke. He's got nothing out of Truffert so far today. Headed away by Senesi. Gabriel. Straight to Truffert. On it goes to Tavernier.
Oh.
Quite sure there why Evan Nilsson was trying to hold his run. He was 10 yards inside his own half.
Get going. I mean, they were ready. Saliba and Gabriel, though.
It's pulled back towards Kai Havertz. Declan Rice comes onto it.
Corner, corner. Trossard is going to come on. Oh, the young Max is coming on.
They need something. They need a spark, creativity. Player that'll
triple substitution coming on.
So Arsenal have got their first corner of the second half. They've got 3 players ready to come on. Eza,
triple substitution coming on.
Gyökeres and others in the box, waiting for the Madueke corner.
Triple sub. Here we go.
Gabriel at the far post. Indication the way the flag was being blown there, and the post was being bent, and there's quite a bit of wind at times in here. In it goes from Madueke. Petrovic got there, did enough, and it's a goal kick.
Goal kick there. So triple subs coming on. Max Diamond, Eze and Trossard all coming on.
Second half to see if anything changes. It has and is.
So a lot of plenty of creativity coming on.
So he's going to take
like 3 forwards.
And Gabriel Martinelli.
Jeez.
Trossard and Dowman.
Yeah, I'm not sure that front four was working. Gyökeres obviously gets the goal and his movement in the, but the ball forward, that creative spark's just not been there. So they're looking at these 3 players to change that.
Bournemouth, they have to react. They have to react. They have to put someone on Eze, especially Eze.
Hasn't scored a goal in 2026. He's actually on a run of 19 games without a goal. And of course, young Max Diamond, still only 16 years of age. Arsenal, they look at the substitutes' involvements this season. 38 goals off the bench. So
38 goals. That's how they win.
In these circumstances, very, very impactful. And of course, Dowman was against Everton.
What is Gabriel doing?
Recently scored a goal. It's his 4th appearance off the bench in the Premier League.
They are statement subs, and I say that is because of how early he's done it. Arteta
is desperate. That's why he's done it.
They were relying on him against Southampton. Dowman. It just needs a bit more in the final third.
He'll be 17 until September, Max Dowman. Petrovic.
GCSE soon.
Look at Bournemouth, man. They're controlling the game. They just need to score. Need them to score.
That's an English important.
Yeah. William Saliba's header. Let's see how impactful those changes are going to be, because Arsenal certainly need to find something from somewhere. And there's no surprise Arteta did it, because they just showed no signs at the start of the second half they were going to be any better.
Yeah, the ball's forward.
Press.
The threat was limited in terms of, and they just didn't get going.
Press.
Picked away by Raya, and that, well, I mean,
wow.
It hits Evan Nilsson, but I mean, that could have been disastrous.
Wow.
That could have fallen at.
That's what I mean, the press. You can't show them any respect.
He's trying to get hit it with the outside of his
Raya just made a massive mistake there. Lucky for him. Lucky. He got away with that one. He absolutely got away with that one.
Being in the front of Evan Nilsson's.
He must have a lot of success in the 5-a-side, you know, if he's got the confidence to do that.
He's a good goalkeeper, to be fair.
Oh, he's been fantastic for Arsenal, hasn't he? Yeah. 15 clean sheets in 32 Premier League matches now.
Lucky.
Another golden glove.
If you're given the choice of making that sort of pass at this stage in the season, in this game, most of the fans would choose not to. Got away with it.
Max Dowman's gone out to play on the left. On the right, rather. Leandro Trossard on the left.
Press him.
Wearing 10, playing as a number 10. There's never been a spell in the match, and we played almost 57 minutes, where you felt like Bournemouth think they're under pressure.
Yeah, no real sustained attack. Yeah, they've had little bits. Arsenal, obviously, they get the penalty and the goal, but nothing where it's just sustained, and the pinning Bournemouth back, and we see them pin a lot of teams back.
Lewis Skelly was then caught by Junior Krupi, but the
Come on.
referee says play on. Here's Scott. Jimenez. Scott's carried on running down this side. Saliba's come across. That's a Bournemouth throw-in. It's very elegant in there, doesn't he, Alex Scott? 1 or 2 injury problems since he joined them.
He's an intelligent player. Great range of passing. It just adds the legs in that central midfield area for Bournemouth.
A long throw here will do it for Bournemouth. Come on.
So James Hill, starting his 15th straight game for Bournemouth today, has come over to take the throw-in. Raya stays on his line. That's swept away by Trossard. Dowman's going to chase it. Truthfair had a bit of a head start and gets over there.
Foul.
And, the teenager commits the foul. Don't forget we've got another big midweek of European football. Atletico Madrid with a 2-0 lead for the home leg now against Barcelona. That's on Tuesday night. Wednesday night we'll be here for Arsenal against Sporting Lisbon at 7 o'clock. And we'll also bring you Bayern Munich against Real Madrid. Then on Thursday night, good positions for Forest, Aston Villa and Crystal Palace in the Europa League and the Conference League. All of those matches available on TNT Sports and, of course, on HBO Max as well. Tavernier.
Good games coming up over the midweek. Champions League football. Here we go.
Got somebody in the 6-yard box.
In a great area, just far enough out that it didn't tempt Raya out, but just needed an attack. And they're showing enough threat again, Bournemouth, aren't they, that Arsenal really can't relax defensively.
Moving towards a big half an hour in the context of the season for Arsenal. Victor Gyökeres will chase this, but it's going to work its way through to Petrovic, who picks out Christie, took it nicely. Junior Krupi, there's the back heel from Christie. Kind of sums up how they're all feeling, the Bournemouth players.
Yeah, they look fresh, relaxed, and they're just... They're enjoying their afternoon. I said it in the first half, but they certainly do, Bournemouth.
These are the days, though, aren't they? You're trying to win a league, you're not playing anywhere near your best, you've got to find a way to win it. That's what the champions tend to do.
Yeah, they're going to drag it out of themselves somehow, Arsenal. Just got to work so hard.
Gabriel across ahead of Evan Nilsson. Eze, who scored 3 times in 5 games for Crystal Palace against Bournemouth. Truthfair with a challenge on Dowman. That's a nice switch of play to Trossard. Dispossessed pretty straightforwardly by Jimenez, and now he wants to charge forward for Bournemouth. He's got Krupi and Evan Nilsson up there with him as well. He's carrying it a long way. Trossard's trapped him back. Trossard's made the challenge, and Michael Oliver tells
Michael Oliver again. Get up.
It's good recovery by Trossard. A lot to catch up. Jimenez on his back.
They can't rely on the ref. Playing against Arsenal, you can only rely on the ref.
Iraiola's fuming because Jimenez is still in the box complaining, and the Bournemouth manager's telling his right back to get into position here. Here's Trossard. 10 out of 10 for the effort from Leandro Trossard to chase.
You cannot rely on the ref or VAR when you play against Arsenal. You just got to play your own game and try and win it.
Move the ball quickly then, Arsenal.
Here's Rice, Trossard.
And here comes Arsenal.
Gets the cross in, headed away by Hill. Swept on further by Krupi.
And Arsenal's trying to press now.
Technical area to offer encouragement to his players. There he is. Got to get back in his box. That's one of the few times, Lucy, in the match where we've seen Arsenal have possession around the Bournemouth box, and a lot of players in there all of a sudden.
Yeah, and Bournemouth quite happy to do that. You know, they'll defend all over the pitch, they'll defend in the middle of the pitch, they'll press you high, but if If they have to collapse on the edge of the box, they'll certainly do that. They haven't had to do it that many times.
The crowd again, not happy. Arsenal not playing it forward. It's not really an option for David Raya, in fairness to him. That's the option in the end. Taken down easily by Senesi. That's good defending.
Not enough movement in front of Raya. Just couldn't see the pass.
Tavernier. Now Christie. Truffert. Delivers the cross. Lewis Skelly, under pressure from Ryan, was alert enough to let it roll across his body. And then Trossard was trying to get the free kick. Neither the assistant nor the referee had any interest whatsoever. He'll get one now, though. But the legs got tangled up.
Yeah, the first one wasn't. Trossard, you can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to relieve a bit of pressure and get that free kick that usually fullbacks get, going against their own goal. It's just a raise in tempo and intensity that's needed from Arsenal. The subs come on, need an effect from them.
Stuyvenberg down there in conversation with his manager Mikel Arteta. They've got to try and solve this problem. Bournemouth have been a problem to Arsenal today. They played exceptionally well.
Absolutely.
Lewis Skelly's got to go back. Raya's got to lump it forward. Up goes Hill. On by Scott. There's Declan Rice. Can he be the one to inspire them? Wearing the captain's armband today. Gabriel to Zubimendi and then on to Saliba. It's a battle for Arsenal just to get out of their own half.
Absolutely, it is. The press is excellent.
Well, the flag stays down here against Victor Gyökeres, who's a mile behind the defenders. It's Gyökeres with the shot. Then the flag goes up, and that's
offside.
The most frustrating thing, I think, for anybody in here. Everybody knew what was coming.
It's a little bit closer than you think. I think it's Jimenez on this right back, and you see it just
it's way offside.
He has just leaned forward, Gyökeres. Good finish though.
Clear.
Half strike a ball well.
I mean, I think Arsenal are starting to put the pressure now on Bournemouth. Bournemouth needs to wake up. He needs to make substitution.
Rice missed times, he's jumped. Nielsen to stop.
Shoot. He gave you away. Bournemouth starting to lose the ball.
Gabriel in each other's way.
They're starting to lose the ball. They're starting to lose concentration here. They need to stay in the game.
Tell you what, there's nothing like pressure. Makes people just make different decisions.
Lucy, if you're an Arsenal supporter and you're watching this today, you know you've got to play Sporting Lisbon, which is another high-profile game on Wednesday night. They've then got Manchester City. If they're feeling the nerves like this at this stage, what's it going to get like with 2 or 3 games left, if it's still time?
It's difficult to play freely for these players, but they've got to get it out of themselves somehow. Another pass lost there.
Good feet from Christie, and the shot from Christie is too high.
Good shot, good shot.
There's also not anybody in the group that they can lean on as a title winner to kind of explain how it works.
Yeah, they've got to do it together. And that's the thing, and they've done well enough so far this season to get themselves in such a good position. Arsenal over the line, the last few steps are the hardest.
Bournemouth making one of the next substitution. Raya again giving the ball away. They've been lucky. They have been absolutely lucky, Arsenal. As usual.
Hill's header, second ball picked up by Senesi.
Just can't get over the ball.
They've been lucky. Come on, Bournemouth on the break.
Just can't get on it, Arsenal. Connect passes.
Corner for Bournemouth. Raya absolutely lucky there.
He's had an interesting few minutes, hasn't he, David Raya?
Come on, boy.
We're also going to see Tyler Adams as well. So it looks like a double Bournemouth change coming up.
Double substitution for Bournemouth. Here we go. Corner kick, set piece.
Corner taken short by Scott. Flicked
Oh!
by Junior Krupi.
They tried to do the Kobe Maino slash Cunha goal. Clever free kick, clever corner there, but it didn't pay off. It didn't pay off.
Declan Rice doing the captain's thing, just went over to David Raya and indicated that he just needs to calm down a wee bit.
Martin Mouth, he's encouraged to play out, but the game state at the moment is whether they're not have any sort of possession. They keep giving the ball away, and it just puts them under more.
They've only had the one shot on target, which is the Victor Gyökeres penalty. In general play, they've created nothing so far today.
Nearly 70 minutes, they've not had a single shot on target apart from the penalty.
Little footing from Truffert, but he gets it here towards Eze. Now it breaks here for Trossard. Jimenez defended it. Declan Rice hitting the shot. Declan Rice.
Ooh.
Did he get a touch? Yes, he did. It's tipped on
Corner
by
kick.
goalkeeper Petrovic.
Yeah, he's had enough. Declan Rice. He's doing it all himself. He's like the best kid in the school team. He's looked around at his teammates and thinks they just need me.
22 minutes to play at a tense and nervous Emirates Stadium. Arsenal 1, Bournemouth 1. Arsenal's lead at the top 11 points as it stands. Manchester City would have 2 games in hand and the fixture at the Etihad next weekend to come. Declan Rice with the corner. Falls here for Lewis Skelly, who shoots through a crowd. And the block was made in there by the Bournemouth captain, Ryan Christie.
Declan Rice. This is the first time I'm seeing Declan Rice carry this Arsenal team. He's playing, he's the only one playing. He's the only one playing, Declan Rice. The rest of them are just, it's like they're panicking. The pressure. Double substitution there for Bournemouth. They needed some fresh legs. They needed some fresh legs. Captain coming off.
So David Brooks has been given the captain's armband as well by Ryan Christie. Adams has missed
Let's
the
go,
last 2
Bournemouth.
matches.
Let's go.
United States International. He's got a big summer on the cards. He's on. And Declan Rice preparing to take this Arsenal throw-in with 20 minutes left to play in the North London sunshine. Given away by Hill. Whacked back in by White. Falls for Gabriel. Block made in there by Scott. Gabriel looking to turn and couldn't find a way.
Now come on, let's break. Come on.
And now Jimenez can run forward down the right for Bournemouth. Brooks has made the run ahead of him, but he flatly refused to receive the ball. Why didn't he pass it?
Why didn't he pass the
wins
ball?
it back, and then Jimenez fouls him. They're going to carry on though, because Arsenal have it with Leandro Trossard. Zubimendi's made the run into the box. Trossard's made room for the shot. Challenge from Hill. Can't for the life of me work out why Jimenez didn't play Brooks away. Here's Lewis Skelly. And it goes now to Ben White. Max Dowman's made that little inverted run and he gets to the byline.
He's on.
Oh. It's gone behind though for the goal kick to Bournemouth.
Yeah, he hasn't received the ball very much, has he, on that side? Dowman, but again he goes.
Why didn't he pass the ball here?
He just needed to just poke the ball forward.
Wow.
The run was there from Brooks, but it's good play by Eze.
It's a double header in the Premier League next Saturday. We've got the first one from the G-Tech, Brentford against Fulham from 11 o'clock on Saturday, TNT Sports 1, and then from 7 o'clock we'll all relocate to Stamford Bridge for Chelsea against Manchester United. Both games on TNT Sports 1 and HBO Max as well. Scott's pass, and he's onside I think here, Truffert, because Declan Rice was very deep in the middle. Here goes the cross, it's falling here for Krupi. It's a great challenge, and then coming on to his Adams, and that's some block from Trossard. Scott then with the shot, he's miscued it.
Very defending, that's an opportunity there.
What a game this is.
Bournemouth
are playing so well.
Arsenal push themselves forward. Rice just did enough, but that, what about that for a block from Trossard?
Come on. Ariola is telling them to come on, keep going.
Arsenal desperate for that second goal.
I would think if you're an Arsenal fan, that clock is moving really quickly. If you're a fan of Manchester City, it feels like it's taken hours, I would have thought. It's this tense phase of the season. We can sit back and enjoy it. Lewis Skelly to Eze. No foul, like all of a sudden they got the ball. There's Marcos Senesi playing it up to Tavernier. He's so true fair, a little bit short over there. Zubimendi got a nudge and Arsenal get the free kick. There's Christian Mosquera, so he's going to be the next Arsenal change. We think he's coming on for Ben White.
I think Ben White. Why no one shouted him man on? Come on, Bournemouth, wake up. You can't lose focus. You got to stay focused for 90+ minutes.
To get Eze or Dowman involved at all really since they came on.
Yeah.
Trossard's seen a bit more of it.
Nearly 75 minutes. They've not had a shot on target. They've only had one. That's the goal. You know, that's the goal from Eucharist and from the penalty spot. Yes! Yes!
And Bournemouth lead for the second time today. It's a wonderfully worked goal. It's a 4th goal of the season for Scott. And it's a potential heartbreaker here for Arsenal.
Come on, Scott.
So well worked from Bournemouth, but Arsenal just do not get close to any of the passes that lead up to Alex Scott's shot and finish. For certain.
He's been brilliant for Bournemouth today.
This place has gone absolutely quiet, apart from that corner where the Bournemouth fans are. But at no point is there any sort of pressure on the ball. He's taking a few touches. Every single touch is just easy.
Wow, come on.
From Scott.
Yes.
I mean, they've walked through, Lucy, haven't they? He's walked through there, Scott.
What a goal. What a finish. What a finish by Scott.
And again, I think it's just a
wow.
Look to what's happened this afternoon for Arsenal.
They deserve it. Arsenal deserve to lose this game. They've been the better side. They have been the better side. Pick up the phone and call me. Your Arsenal tried to sign him in it. That celebration there, Arsenal tried to sign him. He dropped the bang the phone on them. Come on. Your City will be loving this right now. Yeah, another double substitution. By the way, he's using all his 5 subs.
So 2 changes
Potato.
now because
It's not illegal, but he's desperate. And people are telling me Bruno cannot start in this team. Only Declan Rice today has played well.
I mean, really,
they've only had 1 shot on target. That tells you everything I need to know about Arsenal today. You know, they've only had 1 shot on target, nothing else. Oh, here they come. Come on. Well done. Good defending.
Again, any sort of 1v1s, wherever it is on the pitch, Bournemouth
only Rice has carried this team today. The rest of them, they've been poor, absolutely poor. All that faking injury, they still not. Yo, this is karma.
The table as it stands, as it was this morning, but Arsenal have played a game more. So 2 games in hand for Manchester City.
2 games in hand for Manchester City.
Lead for Arsenal. City with 2 games in hand and the match.
Yellow card.
To come as well. There's the card. So true fair. First booking today.
It's just that sort of pace and injection of something that is needed. Diamond have the joy of wide. He's gone inside and now creates something for Arsenal. Can they use set pieces to their advantage?
He's a man with a way weight of the world on his shoulders at the moment, certainly the weight of the Premier League. Leandro Trossard. There's a slip
Pass, good pass, but is it there?
Since coming on now, Trossard, he took one touch too many. Had the chance to cross it.
Best not to panic, Bournemouth. Best not to panic. Play your game. Just play your game.
Taking a poor touch.
Arsenal fans with that. This is pure cinema, you know, cinematic.
Find it somewhere in themselves, Arsenal, but I have to say that Bournemouth so far have been excellent, as we know that they can be.
Minutes plus stoppage time still to play. Can Arsenal find a big finish? He's going to get
another yellow.
Not retreating.
Two yellows for Bournemouth now. And a free kick for Arsenal. Here they come.
So I placed it in here to Eze.
Eze. Oh, I thought he was going to pull the trigger.
Max Dowman. Straight to the goalkeeper. Took a ricochet. It's a real chance that. Did he slip as he hit it?
Yeah, just snatched at it, didn't he? But good play from
What
Dowman.
a missed opportunity.
And just arrived at the feet.
What's the keeper doing?
Ball, wasn't it?
What was the keeper doing?
He got a deflection.
So they get the
No,
corner.
Arsenal got corner.
And the 16-year-old out there to take it. Saliba's gone in. His first ever Arsenal goal was against Bournemouth. There's Gabriel at the far post. It's a good header away in the middle of all of that. From
Come on,
I think it
come
was.
on.
And now the brakes on, although Gyökeres has been
Where's the card?
penalised.
Yeah, card for Arsenal.
He's got a card as well now, Victor Gyökeres.
He's arguing that shoulder to shoulder, but it's not Tavernier off the ball. It just gives Bournemouth time to regroup. And they did have a little bit of space then going forward.
Come on, Bournemouth. Keep all of this. Keep all of this lead. Don't let. Keep your foot on their neck. You know, Arsenal, we want to see them lose this game.
Gabriel has just been patched up here by the Arsenal medical team, so just for the time being, Arsenal down to 10.
Come on, take advantage of that.
Into the final 10 minutes. Massive 10 minutes for Arsenal. Truffert.
There's no urgency from the Arsenal players. None.
So Gabriel back on. He's nervous. Eze lifted it back. Evan Nilsson.
Eze gave that away.
Played through here towards Koopy. That's a really good challenge in there by Gabriel. Picked up here by Tavernier. They were almost in for third, Bournemouth. As it is, Mosquera can get the ball away, but only to Senesi.
Yo, Arsenal can't play. Scott.
Tavernier right in front of the Bournemouth supporters. Remember, Bournemouth have only ever won once here in club history. That was last season when they did the double over Arsenal. It was 3-2 when the sides played at the Vitality in Arsenal's favour in January. And they're thoroughly enjoying it.
I mean, they're always a difficult opponent to play when they play against the top teams in the Premier League, just because they've got that much energy and the tempo is high. But Arsenal today, they've just been tentative, they've not kept the ball like they normally do.
They're 8 minutes away from a club record 12th game unbeaten in the Premier League. They don't win too many, but they could win today. And if they do win, that's where they'll be. Ninth in the table, 45 points. I mean, 4 points off the Champions League spot. The most points they'd ever got in a Premier League season, I think, was 54 last season. So they're not far off that either.
We watched them away at Newcastle. Remember how good they were away at Newcastle? That was last season. Incredible. Very similar this afternoon.
There's been nothing lucky at all about this today. They've been outstanding, Bournemouth, from start to finish. Heavy touch there from Brooks. Eze gets it back for Arsenal. Now Miles Lewis-Skelly.
That's a good pass from Lewis-Skelly. What's Gyökeres going to do with that?
Away from Jimenez, who recovered well, but it's a corner to Arsenal.
Corner. This is what you don't want. This is what you don't want from these people, man. Corner kicks.
This could be the best form back into it. Set pieces.
Well, nothing in open play at all, is there, from Arsenal?
They just cannot get it going in open play. So you've got to try and use whatever.
So Declan Rice out to take it. Gabriel on the move in the middle. It's right in towards the near post, and Petrovic was able to punch it behind.
I don't want to take any risks. Petrovic is going inside of his near post.
Another set piece, another corner here for Arsenal. Come on, Bournemouth. Come on. Come on, Petrovic. Well done. Big punch there. This kid is good. But it's not Lamine Yamal.
Scott couldn't keep it in, so throw in. Krupi's gone down inside the centre circle. Here's another change. So they're going to take off Junior Krupi and send on Alex Tort.
Delicious a goal. It looks like it may win this game. Scott on the end of it.
Comes Alex Tort, signing from Ferencvaros in January. Hasn't scored yet for Bournemouth, Hungarian international. On for the last 5 minutes or so here at the Emirates. It's Mosquera, Dowman.
Come on, give you away. Give you away. Ooh.
Arsenal get it back again quickly. Here's Trossard. He's struggling to get the ball under control. Evan Nilsson all over him. Free kick.
But a free kick, you can't be giving them away like that.
Nobody can create enough space to get the ball into the box. And a lack of quality of ball into the box. It's been the worst of the issues they've had, Arsenal, but it hasn't helped.
You can't be giving those free kicks away like that.
Dowman.
Put the cross in. Ooh, another corner. Petrovic, you should be catching those. Get all of those balls.
The red shirt on. Power, but again, Petrovic just making sure.
So yet another Arsenal corner. And so far today, they've all been repelled by Bournemouth. Two short options here for Dowman, both Lewis-Skelly and Jesus. Now it's worked here to Eze. On it goes now to Rice. Shooting chance for Rice, and that was into the chest of Senesi, who can then fire it forward. Mosquera.
Is it really good on the ball here? It's really good, is it?
Dowman had had to stretch every sinew to try and reach it, and all he could do was set it behind. I mean, at the minute, you're sat here, and I know it's not possible, but you feel like you could almost reach out and touch the tension in here. You can feel it. We're right in amongst the supporters where we commentate from, and you can feel it all around you.
Yeah, there's just been balls like that from Mosquera that don't quite make it or go out of play. It just piles on.
You don't feel sorry for this Arsenal fans. Look at their faces, man. Just look at their faces.
Well, but
you don't feel sorry for them.
See whether they can just get something in the last few
minutes. Let them suffer more. Let them suffer more.
I mean, the reality is the lead is still 9 points, even if they don't win today.
2 games in hand.
And the emphasis is still on Manchester City.
And then again, got to play against Manchester City next week.
For Arsenal, but it's not fatal in any stretch of the imagination. But they can't have many more days like this, can they?
Absolutely not. You know how well Man City.
You can't win a title playing like this.
Yeah, they're playing well at the moment, Man City. So that's why you just want to make it out of sight as soon as possible. Those games in hand, and the one against Arsenal is certainly a key one for City.
City have certainly found extra levels in recent matches, haven't they?
There's no urgency from Arsenal.
Really good.
They just don't have it. They don't have the legs. And this is why they're going to lose in the Champions League as well. I bet they're playing this game with the Champions League with the back of their mind. Right? And this is why they're going to lose it. Whoa, you see they're making mistakes to the back. Jesus, here it comes, what a pass. Foul in the box. Stay down.
Had to go for it to just try and poke the ball into the back of the net past Petrovic. Finds himself up the pitch. It's a great touch. It rebounded off him in the end, but Jimenez puts his body on the line right in front of goal to protect the lead. A little bit fortunate that the bounce through. He's always going to try and stretch out for it, the centre-back.
Where's the card for Gabriel? That should be a card, you know? That foul there is a yellow card, but the ref didn't give it.
What about the player of the match today, Lucy?
I'm going to give it to Alex Scott. I think
Scott has been brilliant.
Wonderful football, not just about his goal, just the way he plays, both sides of the ball.
He scored a goal and he's defending really well.
Superb.
Can't have been an easy choice because there have been so many good performances in the Bournemouth team.
Absolutely.
Double substitution for Bournemouth coming on to see off the game.
So, Adam Smith is coming on here to replace Jimenez. And they've also taken off Evan Ilson for the Turkish international Enes Ünal.
The captain number that's changed 3 times now from the Bournemouth side. You know that comes on is like a captain. Come on, people.
The question now is how much time is going to be added on. 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Where do you get 5 minutes from?
So now there really is a sense of urgency around the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal 1, Bournemouth 2. And time running out for the team at the top of the Premier League table. And that throw-in went in and then went out.
I mean, Arsenal and the fans, look at this, Arteta, look at this fixture. They're always an awkward team to play against, Bournemouth. But it's not as if Arsenal have played well. I think that sums it up, the shake of the head.
With the haircut like that, you deserve to lose this game.
To get themselves going, and just the quality. Even the second half didn't make a difference. Subs, not really that much of a difference either.
Feels like the kind of day, this, Lucy, that takes a bit of picking yourself up from. I mean, they've got to do it quickly because they've got Sporting Lisbon here in the Champions League and they've only got the 1-0 cushion. Then they go to the Etihad.
They will lose that game. They will lose the Champions League. Because the way, what we've seen, the way they're playing today, they play with fear. Look at them. They're not liking the pressure coming from them right now. They're not liking the pressure coming from Bournemouth.
It's been a feature, though, hasn't it, of previous title challenges in the last 2 or 3 seasons for Arsenal. They've had a clunker in them when it really matters. And this is today.
And they will lose against Sporting as well. They will lose that game. 1-0 cushion. Only Declan Rice has played well. The rest of them, they absolutely.
Eza. They'd absolutely snatch your hand off for a point now, wouldn't they, Arsenal?
There they come. There they come. Bournemouth need to see this through, man. They need to see this through. 4 minutes to play. Just over 4 minutes.
Hoisted in, headed down by Gyökeres, and he didn't get enough on it. And Michael Oliver's decision is goal kick. The Arsenal players think it was deflected.
Yeah, I think it hit Smith, didn't it, on the way? That's what they're saying. It comes across Smith here that perhaps it hit his shoulder. I don't know if it did. You can't tell from that angle.
They're asking for a corner, but they're not getting it because they know that's the only way they can score.
Yeah, a little bit, isn't it?
A corner or penalty. You've not had a single shot on target from open play.
By Scott.
Come on.
It's not a bad ball that to Tavernier, who's going to hit it first time on the volley. He saw his name up in lights.
Absolutely, I mean, he's certainly got that in his locker. Tavernier, as the ball dropped, knew that was coming.
From the keeper to the striker, they've all been poor to the Arsenal. Raya made a couple of mistakes.
By Victor Gyökeres. Here's Gabriel Jesus.
Come on! Oof. Oof.
Just desperate air in this place. Desperate air.
This is so good to look at. Arsenal fans suffering, man. Look at it.
It's an Arsenal team less than 2 minutes away from 3 defeats in 4 matches. And it's going to end their unbeaten Premier League run at 8. Concerning times for Mikel Arteta. They've been blemish-free in Premier League terms until today, but when you start to look at the sequence there, 3 losses in 4 games, you've got to be worried then if you're anything to do with Arsenal at this stage of the season.
Just turns into a run. That's what happens.
Can they find a goal from somewhere? Gyökeres towards Jesus. He's going to try and battle his way through here for Arsenal. Have got plenty of red and white shirts forward, and they've got a corner.
That's not a corner.
Salvation.
Yeah, he's added a bit of energy, hasn't he, Jesus? A bit of quality.
Come on.
So
Raya's come up top. Raya, they're desperate. This is. They're desperate. Raya's up top. Is he gonna score? Are they gonna get? Wow.
In by right. Goalkeeper stays on his line. Scott the player
defending.
heads it away. Rice's cross blocked as far as Saliba and then Eza. Lewis Skelly, and the offside flag is now up against Arsenal, which won't improve anybody's move.
Well done, Bournemouth. Come on, let's go. Oh, they're leaving. They're all walking out. They're leaving the stadium. The fans are leaving.
Have lost belief. And there's only seconds remaining. They've stayed loyal to the end, the Arsenal fans, but it's not been their day by any stretch of the imagination.
Come on, Bournemouth. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Keep the ball.
It's a game where they've never really got started, and a game where they've never been allowed to get started. Such has been the quality of Bournemouth.
Keep the ball.
Which can't be lost in all of this. And it's certainly going to be 3 massive points for them in terms of what it could mean.
City, this is on you.
At the end of the season.
You know? Blow the whistle, man. Blow the whistle.
Last chance here for Arsenal, maybe no
That's
more
it.
chances for Arsenal, and boos at the full-time whistle at the Emirates Stadium.
Arsenal fans are booing their team. Arsenal fans, they're booing their team.
And there's no doubt that Arsenal's grip has been significantly loosened. Bournemouth win to give their hopes of European
Not London forever. Shut up.
And they've opened the door now for Pep and City to close in at Stamford Bridge.
2 games in hand for City.
Bournemouth came here, were brilliant. They played on the fact that Arsenal were a bit...
2 games in hand for City, plus the City game, that's 3. They're currently 9 points, right? If City win their game, that's 6 points. They win the next game, 3 points. Say you can win this league. Not that will make me happy for you to win it, because I'm a United fan. I never want to see you win it. I wish Aston Villa could have come up and win it. I wish we creep up and win the league. But we just don't want to see Arsenal win the league. We just don't want that. We don't want to see that from no angle. And Champions League next week, They're going to get knocked out. This is a disaster for Mikel Arteta. And you cannot keep him. You can't keep Arteta if Arteta don't win a single trophy this season. Arsenal, they got get rid of it, you know. And Martin Keown, it's going to be interesting.
In the competition, they're on 45 points.
Not London forever. Where? Look at the league table. Look at the table, man. Look at the table. Bournemouth with 45.8. 4 points off top 4. Right? 4 points off top 4. European football. Bournemouth could still make it. Brighton could still make it. Arsenal. It's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good. The fans were booing Arsenal. They were booing the team. Arsenal fans booing Mikel Arteta, and they booing the team as well. All of them. They don't. Only Declan Rice played well today. The rest of them are absolutely. This team is not champion. I mean, Paul Scholes, I hate to disagree or agree with you, but you're right. This would be the worst team to win the Premier League if they do win the Premier League. You know, this would be the worst team because they play nothing like champions. They don't deserve to be winning the league. They're currently playing like Liverpool. This game today, Bournemouth dominated them from minute 1 to the 95th minute. Bournemouth controlled the game. Arsenal did nothing. They didn't even have a shot on target. I would love to see the stats. They didn't have a shot on target. The only shot on target they had was the goal they scored from the penalty spot. That was the only shot. Alex Scott, you know, brilliant. He was brilliant.
Feeling nervous now.
He was brilliant, Alex Scott.
I may look like that, but like when
man of the match for me. Fully man of the match for me, Alex Scott.
But I could see little things happening all over the pitch, and now people have got to stand up. Personalities have got to come forward. Leaders emerge because the pressure will come on. It's still
the only leader today on that pitch is Declan Rice.
You've got to deal with a Champions League game midweek though, and make sure that the wheels do not come off this season.
And Manchester City, no Champions League to think about now as well. Have we seen the effects of pressure on this Arsenal team today, Owen?
Yeah.
First of all, you got to give Bournemouth credit. They were class. Iraola had a
they were absolute class. Bournemouth were absolute class. You know. Oh, TalkSport will be loving this today. You know, TalkSport, they'll be all over this. That's a win there. Stop the clock. Anyway, I'm gonna bring you TalkSport shortly. Let's see what they've got here.
His dinner today. You'll find out here on TalkSport. Arsenal take on Bournemouth.
TalkSport will be loving this.
Here at lunchtime.
TalkSport will be loving this today. They'll be loving this today. You know, Bournemouth losing here and there. You know, they will be loving it. TalkSport. Why not? And why not? Why not? Arteta, if you lose this Premier League, you deserve to get sacked. Arsenal fans booing you. That at home as well. That tells you everything that you need to know. The fans booing Arsenal. You know, you watch this Arsenal team walking off the pitch. The fans leaving the stadium. You know, imagine Arsenal don't win the league. Tottenham go down. Championship football. United qualify for the Champions League. Boom. You know, it's a winner for us. We don't care. We don't care. But this Arsenal team will get roasted by TalkSport tonight.
Is what we're going to have for our dinner.
It's funny, isn't it? It's funny. When you hear someone, you know, obviously Arteta's from Spain, and he says, like, you know, bring your dinner. Yeah. Bring everything you've got.
Yeah, he's not even... Somebody said it to him, and he's tried to say it the right way. And he's like, how'd you say in your country, bring your dinner? Yeah, it sounds scary. Listen, a must-win today for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Big game.
Absolutely. I mean,
and they didn't win it.
Laugh at some of the comments of
what I'm hearing. It's Arsenal. Is it the biggest game of their season? Well, it's the biggest game as in it's the next one up.
Well, Bournemouth unbeaten in 11 and good form,
Yeah, and there's quite a number of Arsenal fans who are edgy and nervous about this type of game.
And they should be because they lost the game.
I look at the
they
Premier
lost
League table and you look at results of late. Arsenal have actually they've actually gained ground on City. They haven't fallen behind, or the gap's been smaller. They've actually kept it. They've kept them.
I'll be right back.
So apart from the 2 cup games they've had, which obviously has unsettled the fan base and asked questions of whether this team can get over the line, they're still perfectly placed to win the league. We have to remind ourselves that.
I completely get that. But considering they have fallen away from the 2 cup competitions that they've been in the finals of, do you think, bear in mind, City have 2 games in hand. If they're to win those games, does it look more wobbly for Arsenal now?
I think it's 1 game in hand, isn't it? It's not 2.
Oh, is it still? Okay. Sorry,
it's 1
game in hand.
Yeah, they've got 1 game in hand. And they've got to play Arsenal at home, yeah. Of course, that could be a big difference. I just think, look, if City drop anything, and there has been evidence all season that they are not a team of years gone by where they can win every game. Mm-hmm. They're not quite there. They're a really good side, and we saw that last weekend or a couple of weekends ago? Well, I'm trying to remember the game that they won comfortably with Semenya, with the setting up Haaland, that particular game. Who's that? Oh, it was Liverpool. What am I thinking? Bloody. I know. That's how shows you how mad the last
Blacked out.
Liverpool. How they took Liverpool apart. But I've got to be honest, it ain't that hard to take Liverpool apart at the moment. It really isn't. Liverpool have become very fragile defensively. Arsenal are not that. And I think they're just well placed to keep going, doing what they're doing. And Bournemouth is the next team in front of them. That's all.
But do you have genuine reservations about Arsenal getting 3 points today?
No, not really.
Do you think they'll get them?
I think if they've got everybody in place, that I'd favour Arsenal much more than Bournemouth, even though Bournemouth have been on a good run. And I've said many a time this season, you get Bournemouth on a bad day, they can take you apart.
Yeah. Is he back in action for Arsenal today as well? Crucial for their attack.
Yeah, absolutely. Having players come back, I think the biggest disappointment, especially in the cup game against Southampton, Shaban, was that you've got obviously Gabriel Jesus back and you've got Havertz back, and they didn't play particularly well, but that was sort of changed. That sort of direction was when Havertz come on and scored late on and got themselves a victory that was really needed.
We'll see how this one goes today. I mean, looking at it in black and white, Arsenal sitting there comfortable at the top of the table, Bournemouth in 13th, but in a decent run of form. 12:30 today, Arsenal taking Bournemouth in the Premier League. It all builds up with Reshman Chowdhury. From 11 o'clock at the Emirates, you've got Sam Matterface on comms and England legend Stuart Pearce there at the Emirates as well. Arsenal fans, you can let us know your thoughts today. 81089 if you want to send us a text message. Huge weekend of boxing coming up as well. Don't forget, you've got the watch along on the TalkSport YouTube channel tonight from 9 o'clock. Fury back in the ring alongside Makhmudov. Get ready for back-to-back boxing next weekend with our friends on DAZN. Friday 17th of April, rivalry reignites. Nathaniel Collins and Cristobal Llorente meet again after their controversial draw up in Bonnie, Scotland. Then on the 18th of April, showtime as Ben Whittaker looks to light it up in Liverpool. He's got Brian Suarez. The Argentinian promises to bring real heat and be Whittaker's toughest test to date. So that should be brilliant, adding even more firepower to the night. The undercard stacked. You've got Molly McCann and Leo Atang all in action on the undercard. Join DAZN Unlimited now. You can get it for 12 plus pay-per-views a year, including Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois at no extra cost, all with our friends on DAZN.
Boxing updates on TalkSport with DAZN, the global home of boxing. Sign up now at dazn.com/boxing.
Coming up for you next, bring your lunch, bring your dinner, stick the kettle on. Cappuccino with Casperino is on the way next on TalkSport.
He's got to go.
England right back.
England right back, yeah, that's because everyone else is injured. That's why. Right. He ain't getting ahead of Reece James. Let's be honest, he's not. They've got to go, mate. They have got to go. And by the way, Madueke, I'm sorry, 52 million quid. He comes on, runs around like a headless chicken, and then it goes out for a goal kick. His end product is shocking. Why are we buying Chelsea rejects every season as well? We got a contract with you, Cundy.
I don't know, mate. Don't ask me.
You know what I mean? Look at all the past years.
No, but we're making good money out of you.
Willian, Sterling, Madueke, Havertz.
But the thing is, everyone argues that they've got the best squad in the league.
Go on.
Everyone says Arsenal have got the best squad in the league.
No, not everyone's saying that. Piers Morgan come out and said that.
The depth of the squad, everyone's saying that they've probably got the best.
They have got a better squad than they've ever had, and probably got the best when everyone's fit. Probably, but Man City have got some sort of. There is something about Pep at this stage of the season that we've all seen, and he has done it so well, so many times, right? We know what's coming. We know City are coming, don't we?
All right. Yeah.
But I just think Arsenal, the gap is too big, and Arsenal are not.
It's all down to certain decisions that a manager and a style plays.
Right.
If we go to the Carabao Cup, look at the way Pep set up.
Yeah.
Look at the way he did not. They did not sit back deep. They went. Yeah. They pressed high.
They sat. Yeah, you're right.
And they went home. Yeah. Arsenal did the opposite.
Yeah. No, that was weird.
And that's a team who. Apparently the best team, I've heard a lot of fans say, a lot of people say,
well, they're
best team in Europe, because top of the league.
They're favourites to win the Premier League, they're favourites to win the Champions League, right? So that's the bookies. Don't blame me.
No, I know. So what I'm saying is, yes, Man City are great and they've got a great, but that was all down to your intentions to go and win a game or want to win a game and be there and know how to get the knack to do it. He's setting up so defensively, which played them straight into Man City's hands. What happens when they come up to another juggernaut like a PSG or Real Madrid or Bayern Munich?
You got PSG.
Yeah, we're going out. Yeah, they'll probably beat Liverpool. But what I'm saying is, when you come to these teams,
I've got Sporting tomorrow night.
Yeah, I know. But they don't you're not going to get your Bayern Munich sitting on the edge of the box.
No.
You're not going to have their striker or Lamine Yamal on the 18-yard box trying to defend.
Here's a question for you: yes or no answer. Are Arsenal bottling it?
Right.
Yes or no?
It's a tough one.
I'm not made it.
Right. I'm just going to go on the last two games.
Yeah.
Okay. After losing to Man City, there have been nothing better. No, I'm gonna give it you. There's nothing better than putting that wrong right, and then going to win. Then the squad there is much capable of doing it. So that's showing me that there's a little bit of nerves. They're starting to.
Is that a yes?
It's a soft yes.
It's a soft. Not in block caps. Let's go and speak to Maxwell's a Chelsea fan. All right, Maxwell.
They are bottling it.
Hey, Cundy.
They are bottling it.
The trim's coming along beautifully, mate. I'm loving it, firstly.
Who, sorry?
They are bottling it. Arsenal, they are bottling it.
The hair transplant, yes.
JC with a transplant. Look at that hair, man.
Good. Yeah. I've just come on to say that, for your sake, Cundy, I'd like you to admit that you're saving face when you're saying Arsenal are going to win the league. Yep. We know they're not going to win the league because we've had the conversation, all of the English clubs are miles behind.
Arsenal are not winning the Champions League. They're not. Never mind the Premier League.
Listen, we're talking
the
about
Premier League is harder than the Champions League.
They've already been dumped out of a cup.
It's harder to win.
They've been dumped out of another domestic cup by Southampton. Yep. I mean, what? And this is, we've seen it time and time again. And I just think, what is it? City are 7-1 to win the league? I don't know what it is anymore. It's something like that.
9 points for the game, and they still got to play Arsenal.
Well, there you go. And I think Arsenal's true prime bottle job.
Are they? Are they going to out-bottle themselves? Is this going to be the biggest bottle of all bottle jobs?
Yeah, and I'm here for it.
I just don't. You know what? I'd love to see it, but
I've got a bottle here.
Oh no, this will go down in history.
If they bottle, if Arsenal was to bottle it and not win the league, City win the league, and Tottenham get relegated, which is bigger? The way
Spurs getting relegated. Arsenal Arsenal have done it. Arsenal have shown this side of them.
No, but this
You
is.
think Spurs getting relegated is not
Well,
as
they
big as
almost
Arsenal.
got relegated last season.
Yeah.
But I think where Arsenal have been this whole entire season, cruising.
Yeah, they've been in the box seat.
Right now, and then the last 8 games.
City have been way off it. Way off it.
And then the last 8 games, I'm saying, that was
Okay, what would you rather see? What would you rather see? Right?
Well, I paid for Arsenal, so go on then.
No. What would you rather see? Spurs relegated or Arsenal bottom? That's a great question.
I'd rather see Spurs stay up.
I'd rather see Spurs get relegated. Because of the... No. Do you know what? Because...
No, I'd rather see Arsenal.
No. I'd rather see Spurs get relegated because you know what? They've got a lovely stadium, right?
Yeah.
And Lincoln City are going to have a
They are. Lincoln City, but...
Just got promoted.
How much...
Lincoln City are going to play...
No, listen, both are funny. Both are very funny. No, Lincoln City rocking up there. Putting their best. Lincoln, good team.
Right.
Good team. So here's the
What are you
question.
doing?
What would you prefer to see
Right,
as a fan?
it's got to mommy, don't touch that.
Arsenal fans and Spurs fans can't get involved. But as a fan,
No,
would you rather
no.
see Arsenal bottle it as a neutral?
Arya,
Arsenal
no.
bottle it and Spurs
No.
go down, or Spurs stay up. No, hold on. Arsenal bottle it, Spurs stay up. Spurs go down. What's the bigger?
Yeah, I think I personally would like to see Spurs if I had to choose.
I'd rather Spurs stay up and Arsenal bottle it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Chelsea as well?
Yeah, I would, mate.
Wow.
Yeah, that would be funnier. Because Spurs are always going to be Spurs, aren't they? I know.
They're going through the ringer
They are going through the ringer. And the worst case scenario for them is Arsenal win the title and they get relegated. That is going to be...
that is...
Mummy.
Oh, mate. That'll be funny. That'll be absolutely class.
Mommy.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Okay.
That'll be absolutely class to see Arsenal bottle the league again. All the water, you know. From now on, whenever you go to the shop to buy water, just ask for Arsenal. Just ask the shopkeeper if they've got Arsenal in their locker, if they bottle this league. Obviously, that's if they bottle it. Ask the shopkeepers wherever you go if they've got Arsenal. Don't ask for a bottle of water, right? If then the shopkeeper asks you what it is, then you can show them a picture of Arsenal, the badge of them bottling the league over the last 6 years, or over the last 5 years. You can then explain it. From now on, if you go to a shop to buy water, just ask for Arsenal. Do you have a Arsenal of water? Because they are the king of bottlers. This will be the mother of... Oh, crazy, man. Ask them for a bottle of Arsenal if they have it. Because ain't no way Arsenal will win this league. By the way, with the way they play today, only Declan Rice will have a word to say today. The way Arsenal played, only Declan Rice looks like he was trying to win the game. He was trying to get results out of the game. He was trying to. They didn't put any shot on target for 95 minutes, apart from the goal, which was a penalty. So they had no choice but to hit down target. I mean, he could have gone off target as well, but Gyökeres scored that goal. Arsenal did not have a single shot on target apart from the goal. The king of bottles, you name it. Whatever bottle you want in this world, Arsenal has got it. They've got it somewhere in their locker. And if Arsenal lose this league out of nowhere, the City has been on top form, I don't think Arteta will survive. Do you? I don't think Arteta will survive if Arsenal, if they lost on Tuesday or Wednesday night in the Champions League, or Tuesday night, I don't know, whenever they play next. If they lose in the Champions League next week, and then they play City next week as well, right? And City beat them, and you just know Arteta will get sacked. I don't care what anyone says. Arsenal fans will not be able to put up this again for another season. Martin Keown will lose his hair, will go for a transplant, will lose his head. You know? But that'd be crazy.
Will they win this thing under Thomas Tuchel?
I think never had a better chance with the group of players that are possibly available. Obviously form related. A lot made of some of them. You know, where they're at with their form. I don't think we've played anyone of any real calibre yet, so that's going to be the next challenge. The friendlies are not friendlies anymore, we all know that, so there's a bit of heat on that, you know, a bit of jeering, you know, come off and all that, but what do? You've got to try these players, you've got to see who's right and who's not. But I think look, it's a nightmare, isn't it, for, you know, us English managers and fans, England fans, sorry, that every time there's a tournament we all call it and go, surely this time. You know, but I was a massive fan of Gareth. I thought Gareth did a brilliant job. Didn't quite get there. Can this guy get there? We'll see. But I think it's as good a chance as any with the current, not just because of England players or the talent we've got, by the way.
Come on, talk to us about Arsenal. Forget England. The internationals are over.
Do you know what I mean?
Talk to us about Arsenal.
Powers are not so super at the moment.
Yeah.
But you've got to turn up in the tournament. And I'm not for 1 minute making out that's easy, because I'm sure it's not.
I mean, England aren't ripping it either, are they? But do you want it might become if it takes a German to manage England to winning the World Cup?
I think there could be some heat on that from certain people, whether it's professional people or not, because of the shoes on the other foot. But bigger picture than that is win. Go and win a tournament. You know what I mean? That's the bigger picture on it. Everyone wants to win a tournament, including me on the behalf of England, my little tiny part in the football industry on behalf of England. Because I've worked with England players and, you know, I have done recently. So you played your tiny little part, rubbing off on them, hopefully, to give them a better chance to play for England and hopefully win.
What does it tell us, Sean, that the FA had to turn to a German to try and get England over the line?
I think it's diversity of life now, isn't it? I think the rules have changed. You know, there would have been a time when that was unheard of, but it's not anymore, is it?
Yeah.
I suppose it tells you the same as the Brazilians.
Do you think English managers are the best in class, Sean?
I think there's some very good ones out there. I think it's a different mindset. Like I say, it's the shift in.
Stop lying to yourself, Sean. Stop it. Stop it.
You know, I think it's changing.
Stop lying to yourself.
Young English managers are doing a very good job and being recognised for that and being recognised in a different way. And you know, we always like, I'm a big fan of Eddie. I want Eddie to go and win something. No, he did, but I mean, you know, if he can go and push and win even bigger or go to Europe, win something, because then it's another great sign, isn't it, for English management and English coaches.
Stop lying to yourself, brother.
And if he would have become an England manager,
the best of class out there.
I mean, I think I recall Big Sam saying at one stage, if my name was Sam Allardyce, I would have had more job offers.
Yeah, but that's what everything. Yeah, but I think that's changed a little bit. I mean,
You're not
still
in that
do,
mindset.
No, it's still we do sit in we did sit in the office. My staff, we used to love it when, you know, like some manager who people hardly heard of. I'm not going to name names, but we could all name a few. And there'd be someone outside the stadium on Sky, you know, and they'd be going, great always great tactician. And we go, don't even know who they are. We used to laugh. We used to go like, because they've come from the Spanish league or whatever, you know what I mean? So we always used to have a chuckle at that.
But you think the image has changed for English managers?
I think somewhat. I think the more you can get working at the highest level, it's going to be better. But it's not that easy, is it? Because it's become a world game, particularly the Premier League. It's, you know, they're recruiting from, but not just managers, players, staff, specialists, throwing coaches. They'll have, you know, haircut coaches now. Something. They're recruiting from all over the world.
It wouldn't be right not to mention Burnley in a bit of detail before you leave us. Under Scott Parker, it's been a tough old season. What have you made of it? I mean, he's come in for some criticism from amongst his own support.
Yeah, he's doing the same sort of thing that their plan was the last time with Vincent there, don't they? You know, they spent quite a lot, a relative to Burnley, a lot of money.
Yeah.
Loads of youngish sort of players, up and comers, and I think the model, I'm not speaking for them, I can only imagine the model is stay up and then sell them all for a cajillion quid. Ain't that easy?
True.
Every club would love to sign young players for less, let's say, develop them and be successful and sell them on for 40
sell them,
and keep that going year after year. It is not that easy, trust me.
Yeah.
Everyone's model is that virtually across football now, but it is not that easy.
Wolves are as good as gone. Burnley are as good as gone, but Wolves under Rob Edwards. Sean, I mean, some were critical of his decision to leave Borough when he did. and get himself involved in the Premier League relegation battle. As a manager, is there anything wrong in prioritising number one, yourself?
It's very difficult, I know Rob a little bit, and I spoke to him when we played him. It's very difficult, that situation, because there's no guarantee in the Championship. It's a very tough division to get out of. Frank's doing a brilliant job at Coventry. Christian Wilder, I know well, I've done it myself. It's tough. So he's at Middlesbrough, they're going along well, but now look, they're having a wobble, and they're still up there, but they're having a wobble all of a sudden from being right up there. If that doesn't work, you might never get another crack at the Premier League. He went in there, I think, eyes open, because he knows it's a tough one. Tough start, and then they've just turned it around. Funny enough, when we drew with them, after that they were on a really good run. I think it's a really tough. But the Premier League is the place to be.
Would you have done what he did? I know it's hypothetical.
I don't know. I mean, you got to know. And don't forget, he's got family and all that sort of stuff. Oh no, I'm not going into that world. So that's different opinion. I'm talking as a manager. It's a tough decision. I don't think he took that decision lightly, by the way, not remotely. But his family, his connections,
and it's this relationship that he felt he had with Wolves.
Well, it certainly seemed that was a big part of it.
But it didn't seem. It seemed from the outside looking in. What was your main gripe about it?
He was given an opportunity by Steve Gibson, irrespective of whether he was sitting on top of the Championship. Is irrelevant. He was given an opportunity. He was backed and supported. And this is the other side of the equation. It's not a one-directional circumstance about what owners do and don't do. Rob Edwards was taken out of the car crash that he turned Luton into in the end, which was brilliant to get him into the Premier League. Went out of the Premier League, got into the Championship, went out of the Championship, and is rewarded by being able to re-establish his reputation by going to work for a decent chairman. I think you agree, Gibson's a decent chairman.
Yeah.
And the reward for that is, I'll buy your players, I'll support you, off you go. 5 months into your job, something better comes along. Oh, is that how it works?
Oh, hang on a minute. So if he loses 5, then you can sack him.
And pay him.
That's all right, is it?
Pay him.
Yeah, but you pay him with good faith, don't you?
Pay him. So if I sign,
not having that,
you wouldn't, because you're on the other side of the argument.
No, you give someone a contract with good faith. Everyone signs up that contract, by the way. Everyone's happy with it. Everyone. There's no bending around. That's it. And you know the rules when you go into that contract. You know the payoff. You know what's going to happen. So I disagree, because if you get a chance and they pay good compensation.
If you fail,
if
you're successful,
there's some big numbers now. So you pay compensation for that manager go. What if he loses 5 in the trot? Then you're allowed to go. Oh well, you're dinged.
You're not. You pay him. If you've got a contract and that contract is for 3 years, and I decide that the form that you've exhibited over 5 games is that fragile that you get sacked, I've got to pay you for your failure.
That decision to bring him in, then it's your fault.
Absolutely, absolutely my fault for bringing you in. At the same time as my fault for having a lack of tolerance. Most chairmen should have the viewpoint of saying, actually, I want to give enough time, enough rope to get past this. But the idea
that's not being his next conversation. Arteta should be
because of you, despite what you may think,
with the next conversation.
Because he's been given an opportunity and been given support to do it.
If he loses
that
the league,
means that ultimately the consequence for an
the Champions League,
success, when something better comes along,
pay him off, let him leave us now. Get somebody stronger.
You're bringing me failure, and ultimately I've given you all the tools, and you're bringing me something that's failure. I've got to make a decision to get rid of it. I still got to pay you. So I lose on both ends. I lose if you're successful, and I lose if you're unsuccessful.
Well, there's your
I get to pay for that
a football manager or an owner.
Oh yeah, be a football manager because you get paid.
Sell your club as quickly as you can. Oliver Glasner was a great example. People forget at the beginning of the last season when they won the FA, they were booing him up at the beginning of the season, wanting Steve Parish out and everything.
When?
The beginning of the season before. When
I recall it.
Oh, they were. So you don't remember, I'm sure you don't.
No, rubbish. That's rubbish.
No,
I'll make the go long.
Oh, at the beginning of that season.
No, rubbish. You're talking rubbish.
Okay, let's get. He came in.
He came in off the back of Vieira. He was afforded and lauded huge contracts because the back end of the last season was brilliant. They started badly. The fans weren't on his back at all. Mateta wasn't being picked because he was unfit after the Olympics. So it wasn't the case at all. There was a lot of temperance and a lot of tolerance. The big thing for Glasner is the exact thing that I've just said, which he's entitled to, by the way. He brought in an unprecedented level of success for Palace. And now they've got the challenge. He wants £100 million to be spent on players, and Palace aren't going to do it. So what do you do in this situation?
Yes, he's going. So
correct.
They've shook hands. That's all right, isn't it? You're allowed to shake hands, aren't you?
Well, yes.
That's it. Done.
But what I'm saying,
you've done your bit.
What I'm saying is that the manner in which he's leaving is wonderful. Oh, that was very helpful. Out you go in press conferences and start singing and coughing.
We're not talking about that, though, are we? We're talking about contracts and the idea of contracts. And
would you ever sit at a press conference and say I felt abandoned?
No, I'm not going to judge him, but that wouldn't be my way of doing things. No, I had many chances.
Why not?
Well,
because it's wrong.
Would it be disrespectful to the owner?
Because it's wrong, and he knows it's wrong.
I've always tried to keep things in-house, whether it be player situations, my situation, whatever it is. I just believe that the strength is in keeping everything in-house, even if it's my decision. But Klopp did it, didn't he? Klopp said, I'll be going at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So, but culturally, it's a different thing in Germany. They do it all the time. They agree it. They carry on working. They shake hands. They disappear.
But that's two different arguments. When your contract expires, that's fine. Everyone drops hands and says, "Well, at the end of the day, we can't get you to renew a new contract," and I accept that, and I don't have a problem with that. It's not about that we're talking about. It's about talking about in contract situations. So if you give a manager a 3-year contract, after 6 months, something better comes along. I had it with Brucey. 6 months was along, something better comes along. We're top of the league. Brucey goes to Birmingham because it suits him. Oh, I'm pleased it suits you. I'm really delighted that it suits you.
You get compensated for that. Because when it didn't suit when he loses 5 weeks, right, you sack him.
So
you got to be both ways.
And when you get compensated, what you have then is
you don't always pay him. You're
if you've got a contract, you pay him. You know
it's not as easy as that.
It is. It's factual. You may not be easy because you don't make the argument easy. And also, and the reality of things is, if a manager leaves you in the middle of a season, it is a mess. Because normally what they come do is go, oh, the players that you brought in, I want them too, and my backroom staff, I want them too. All the staff that you brought in.
That's when I left Everton. Trust me, he's in brilliant shape.
No, maybe you're the exception.
Maybe Moyes went out and said that because I was involved with the decision to leave.
As soon as you leave this studio, we're going to be talking about you.
Well, you don't need to. You don't need to. I'm happy to talk about myself.
Sean, brilliant. Ever any truth in Rangers approaching you?
There was some truth in it. Remarkable clubs, them and Celtic, the size of them and everything, but it wouldn't have been for me at that time. Really,
You've got to admire them, haven't you?
Well, look, anyone who works for there, because I know it's a cauldron, I admire them all.
Yeah. Sean, brilliant to see you.
Great to see you, lads.
And it's a potential.
It's over, man. What is going on? Okay. Somebody's messing up with my stream. It's messing about. Stop messing about. I'm missing out what Arteta got to say. I'm missing out on what Arteta got to say. Anyway, if Arsenal don't wake up, right, they have to win now against Manchester City next week. They have to beat them. They have to find a way to beat City, which I don't see happening. I can't see that happening. I can't see Arsenal, this current squad, beating Man City next week. And they have to go through the Champions League as well. So which one are they going to prioritise? Are they going to focus on the Champions League? Are they focused on the Champions League? Are they going to focus on the Champions League or keep going in the Premier League? Let us know. That's because I can't see Arteta. He's got to give one. I mean, he's got to give up on one because he cannot win the Champions League. He's definitely not going to win the Champions League, but the Premier League, he might have a chance. So, is he going to focus on the Champions League or is he going to focus on both of them? Because, like I said, no way No way for Arteta in the Champions League. So who's playing next? 3 o'clock kickoff. What do we have? Let's have a look. What's going on with this? My stream plays too much, man. What's going on with the stream? Three o'clock kickoff. Let's see. So we've got Brentford and Burnley. Brentford versus Everton, then Burnley versus Brighton. They're good games actually. They're not bad games. They're not bad games at all.
In terms of standards for the past years, they've been so high collectively, and Mo Salah's been at the forefront of that. So they've set such high standards. To come so far away from that, it's very noticeable. Let me tell you right now, Ali, you're not feeling as sad as me right now. But listen, I think they've got an opportunity here this week to try and galvanise something from the season. I think so far, I think the players have admitted it, the managers have admitted it hasn't been good enough. But they've still got a chance this week, and it's a huge week on the back of a really poor performance against Manchester City. They've got to stand up and be counted individually and collectively. They've got to stick together, and they've got to try and grasp the opportunity of putting pressure on the likes of Aston Villa and United from a league point of view with the Fulham game, which I think is arguably just as important as the two Champions League games. And they've just got to go and give it everything they've got against this PSG team and try and take the game to Anfield.
Oh, Brentford scored 1-0 already.
Next week, use the crowd to try and galvanise something from the season, because if the week goes the other way, and they don't do that and they don't try and galvanise something from the season, unfortunately, the pressure, the heat, the intensity is going to come even more on the players, and certainly on Ali Slot as well, which
Brentford 1-0 up.
Point of view right now, I don't want to see.
When you look at the situation with the manager, Stephen, you look at the weekend, Liverpool fans obviously leaving the stadium quite early, not happy with the performance. When you look at Arne Slot, the job he's done, fantastic winning the Premier League in his first season. But how important is Champions League qualification for the manager?
I think it's key, Gabby, I must say, and that's why I say, in the previous question, that I think the Fulham game is just as important. And I think, if the ownership and the people above, they see that gap to Villa and United stretches or gets any worse, I worry for the manager's position. I don't want to see that happen. I'm a huge fan of Arne Slot. I was blown away by his first season. I must say, he's a good man. He's obviously a very, very good coach. The job he done in a look. I think the key to this situation will be the Fulham game in terms of, if he can put more heat on United and Villa and he can stay in the PSG game into next week, I think everything will be fine and in a better place in 5-6 days' time. But if this was to get any worse, I'd be worried for the manager, I must say.
Jay, yes, there's no doubt there's been negative, Stephen, but I'm going to throw a positive at you. Your old number 8 jersey, Szoboszlai, I think, is having a great season. Some of his free kicks, some of his goals, just his general play. He's certainly been a plus, hasn't he?
100%. Certainly being Liverpool's most consistent player. I think Ekitike running close for a period of time. He seems to have fell away a little bit in his last couple of Liverpool performances, although he went away with France and done well, and I'm a big fan of him. But you'd have to say that in terms of in the running for player of the season for Liverpool has to be Szoboszlai. He's been amazing. He's been versatile. He's been exciting. I think he's added world-class strikes and free kicks to his game. And I think, the future's really bright for him. I think he's only going to get better and better. So, yeah, I've been really impressed with him.
Stevie, I want to ask you about Trent. You go into the game tonight. It'll be a great game to go and watch. And he's going to have a tough task, isn't he? Because you know better than anyone what Luis Diaz can do.
It's Jim White and it's Simon Jordan. We are live. As well as listen to it, we're live here, there, and everywhere. Samsung, even Prime Video, so you can watch away.
Simon Jordan reacted to Arsenal's shock defeat. Oh, that's an old match. Oh, never mind. We can still listen to that. No?
I know, and we can read into them what we want, but it certainly looked to me that it was one of those squads, if you like, where you can become a better player not being involved in the two games, and you'll know what I mean by that. And Trent might just be the case for Trent.
Listen, we've all been in that situation where you're suspended or you're injured and the team don't do well, and then everyone thinks you're better than what you are. I know we've all been there, but I don't think the get-together's done Trent any harm at all. Listen, it was an experimental international break. It can go either way. You can win comfortably in both games, and then the nation gets carried away, and more pressure on the players. I think it was a bit of a reality check, a bit of a wake-up call. But I have no doubt when he gets his best players back in the squad and back on the pitch, i.e. your Kanes, your Declan Rices, your Jude Bellinghams, and you get your proper pillars in that team, your proper keeper in place, and a settled back four. There's no doubts about it that these group of players have proved he can go the distance. And what I mean by that is semi-finals and finals. And I have no doubt he can go and have another huge, massive effort in the summer. But the last international break was a washout. And in terms of some of the managers' personal decisions, I don't agree with, because I think that these players can make a difference for them come the summer.
Stevie, we've had so many different people have different opinions on Jude Bellingham. I mean, I love the lad. I think he's a fantastic player. Big player for Real Madrid as well. Would you have him starting in the World Cup for England?
Well, I think, listen, there's probably 6 to 10 games left of the season for everyone, for all these England players. And I think it's really important for all of them that they try and finish the season in a good place, that they remain healthy, that they try and get their top form back on the pitch. And there's no doubt about it, if Jude Bellingham is at it, and he's at his best physically, and he's playing really well for Real Madrid, in my opinion, he starts in the England team. But this goes for all of the players. If they're carrying knocks or injuries or they're a doubt or they're chasing fitness, you know and I know, Gabby, to go into these tournaments, unless you're 100% at it, it's virtually impossible to perform at that level in the heat on the back of a tough season. You have to be close to your best, certainly from a physical point of view.
Steve, just a quick one on Bellingham. Interesting to hear your opinion on this, or would it depend on the opposition? If you're starting a fit, I think a fit Bellingham starts. It's as simple as that. I genuinely do. Who do you start him? Are you starting him as a 10 or an 8? Would you start him a little bit further forward or a little bit further deeper?
I think it depends who you're playing, Ali. I think if you're playing against a team where you're going to have all the possession and you're trying to open the door and you're playing against these low blocks, I think you can afford to have him as a 10. As an 8, and you can have you can have a Morgan Rogers in there as well. We've got to be bold, we've got to be exciting, you've got to have people on the pitch that are going to be able I would definitely stiffen it up and have the extra midfielder in there, i.e. an Anderson with a Rice.
Tell you, Stephen, I mean, frankly, enough about this English football. I've been dying to ask you for 15 minutes. What about the title race up here, mate? It's unbelievable. I've got to say it to you, mate. Danny Rowe, even if Rangers don't win it, how Danny Rowe has managed to get Rangers back in this with a chance of winning the league's remarkable, mate.
Listen, he's been phenomenal. What was it, 13 points off the top? I mean, and what a job. And he's come in, he said all the right things. He's tweaked things on the pitch. He's signed good players in January. I think he's been immaculate. But how good is it, Ali, when you win on a Saturday and you can just, you're ready for your roast dinner and all that on the Sunday, and then you watch the others playing the pressures on the others. It's brilliant, isn't it?
It's tremendous, mate.
Stevie, I want to ask you about yourself now. What's next for you, mate, in your managerial career? Because like me and Ali, big admirers of you. You got so much to give as a coach and manager. Has the project got to be right for you to come back?
I thought I was coming on to talk about me and you grilled me about Listen, I'm more ready than I have been. My family are back home at Liverpool school. Kids are all settled at school. I'm more ready than I have been. I'm all ears. But at the same time, I'm not chasing. I'm not searching. I'm not desperate. I'm in a good place. Work-life balance is fantastic at the moment. But if the right opportunity comes, I'm all ears to listen to that. But I'm having a fantastic time at TNT with Ali and the boys and the girls.
Steven Gerrard is hanging around for the Liverpool job. He's waiting for the Liverpool job. Stevie G is waiting for the Liverpool job. And I can see that happening. Slot, when he goes, it's got to be Gerrard. He's got to give it to a player that knows the club. They're going to pull a United. If Slot gets sacked, it's not going to be any world-class manager coming in. It's going to be Stevie G as a caretaker, or it's going to be full-time. They're going to give it to him full-time.
One stage, and Arsenal weren't talking about a quadruple, of course they weren't. But at one stage, maybe 4 honours were available to them. All of a sudden, no Carabao Cup, no FA Cup. It's gone from 4 to 2. And now the Champions League quarter-final action gets underway tonight with Arsenal in Portugal taking on Sporting Lisbon, and it's live on TalkSport. Simon, I'm going to get into this in a second. Ahead of the game, Mikel Arteta has called for perspective and a return to their identity ahead of the match tonight.
Yeah, feel that pain, feel that emotion, and use it to be better and to improve. So we were very clear in what happened, the reason why it happened. Watching the game two times, we didn't deserve to lose that match, but this is football, and we get punished for things that are related to our identity, and that's the things that we need to defend in the strongest possible way, because that's the reason why that we are where we are today. I think what you have to be is clear. Instead of panic, understand if that happens, why it happened, and bring clarity. And when you analyze that and you accept that, be better. That's it, and that's the thing that we have to do.
The Arsenal haters are waiting in the wings, aren't they? Oh, the bottle's going, the bottle's going. What do they need to do? Do Arsenal need to be defined by what is as opposed to what might have been?
No, I think Arsenal are top of the league for a reason. And I think they'll continue to be at top of the league. And the only thing that will change that, and we'll seal that, next Sunday week. If there is a full-on challenge to Arsenal and they start to eat themselves, then we'll see it starting next Sunday week at the Etihad. If they get beat by Man City, then we'll start to see a real challenge. I don't think we'll see it. I think Arsenal are top of the league for a reason. It is a poor result. Doesn't matter what Mikel Arteta talks about, the idea of we didn't deserve to lose. You did lose. You got, the team went, you pulled yourself back into the game, and then the team go and score another goal. So, with due respect to the circumstances, you're playing against a Championship side that are in decent nick, but notwithstanding, they're a Championship side that went out of the Premier League last year with a whimper, started this season poorly, and got some form. But Arsenal shouldn't be losing.
Oh, I think the goal was disallowed for
FA Cup quarter-final at Southampton. And they have. And, they come off the back of another result. So, with due respect, he's finding out about certain players. But I just think that they will have enough in them to win the Premier League. Now, whether they can continue to win the Champions League, I don't know.
You see, that would still constitute a game changer, though, Simon, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would have gone to 3-1, albeit if they do it and they win the Premier League, they win the Premier League. I mean, that's still a game changer.
Well, it happens each season, doesn't it? It happens same like last year with Liverpool. And, it doesn't matter. At the end of the season, you're the Premier League champions. What you could have won the FA Cup, they've won the FA Cup in the last 5-6 years. You could have won the League Cup. With due respect to the League Cup, it's not the sought-after trophy that most clubs are aiming for. You'll take it if it's there because it's a trophy.
Yeah.
Champions League, well, Arsenal got to the semi-finals last year. They'll be looking to go one better. I still think they'll win this Premier League, but notwithstanding, it writes headlines when you start losing games. You lose in the League Cup final in a 50-50 game. The performance was the thing that people were concerned about. The fact that they lacked any kind of idea in the second half against Man City. Against Southampton, despite the fact they might have dominated possession, had 24 shots on goal, whatever they had, they still got beat.
Yeah.
And so they just have to focus on the game tonight. I expect them to come through this tie.
And they're there, though. 16 wins in a row at home for Sporting Lisbon. 16.
Yeah, so what? Don't go there. I mean, if they go there, get beat 1-0 or 2-0 or 2-1, or they go and get a draw, it doesn't matter. It's a two-legged tie. The game will be won and lost at the Emirates, unless they get themselves in the way of a hiding tonight, which I don't suspect they will.
I mean, I keep on thinking, though. I keep on thinking. At one stage it was 4, then it was 3. And I know, and you'll jump on it, a lot of that's to do with the media. But if they go out of the Champions League before the semi-final stage, and it's suddenly down a 1.
But no distractions, have they?
And as you say, the Etihad is looming. All of a sudden, the headlines change. They're changing as it is.
Well, of course they are,
changing
because that's what headlines have to do. They have to flex and bend to create content. Otherwise, it'll just be.
No more chances for Arsenal, and boos at the full-time whistle at the Emirates Stadium, apart from those cheers in the distance from the Bournemouth fans. It's a huge day in the title race, and there's no doubt that Arsenal's grit has been significantly loosened. Bournemouth win to give their hopes of European football next season a massive lift, and they've opened the door now for Pep and City to close in at Stamford Bridge tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, the Bournemouth came here, were brilliant. They played on the fact that Arsenal were a bit nervous, a bit tentative, and they relished it. They fought for everything. They were great on and off the ball. As for Arsenal, particularly open play, they couldn't connect passes, decision making particularly poor, and execution. Yeah, this is a big moment.
Junior Krupi with the opening goal, the Arsenal equaliser, a Victor Gyökeres penalty. The winner scored by Alex Scott, who had a brilliant game in central midfield. Smiles all round for Bournemouth. Disappointment all around the stadium here in North London. It's a massive twist in the title race. It's Arsenal 1, Bournemouth 2.
Thank you very much to Darren and Lucy. A huge story here in this title race. Also in Bournemouth's push for European football, as well as the Cherries make it 12 unbeaten. Their best ever unbeaten run in the competition. They're on 45 points and up to 9th, just 1 behind Brentford in 7th, but the Gunners booze on the final whistle here as they miss the opportunity to go 12 points clear of Manchester City. So if City beat Chelsea tomorrow, that gap down to 6th, and in fact the Citizens could be top in 11 days' time, because they obviously play Arsenal next weekend, and then they have a game against Burnley in midweek. And Martin, the boos on the whistle there, even though they're going to sit 9 points clear in the table, is that because that 9-point lead perhaps feels like the least secure 9-point lead we've ever seen in the Premier League?
Well, huge disappointment. Obviously, Bournemouth were quite magnificent, but how many times are we saying that? We've said that now. Southampton were magnificent last week. You've got to be better than you were today, not developing the play through midfield. Bournemouth again pressed exceptionally well. It's about, I've got written down here, stick together, and you're going to have to. You've got a huge game in the midweek. You know, everyone's going to be writing you off now. Does that change the psychology? Does that help the players? You know, it seems that the pressure today was too much at times, and the energy, we're lacking energy. I mean, Bournemouth were fantastic in the duels. They seem really fired up. I know they've had 22 days, you know, rest, and Arsenal have had a lot of football, but nonetheless, it's nearly there for you. You've got to find the energy from somewhere, and Bournemouth were just too good for Arsenal.
I think you've written that down.
Okay, Mikel, just your thoughts after that one.
Well, extremely disappointing, obviously. It's a big punch on the face, and it's about how we react now.
What didn't quite work for you out there? Was it difficult to find a flow, and was that something that your team did, or did Bournemouth prevent it?
Well, I think to them for what they've done. Is a team that obviously hasn't lost for 11 games for a reason, because they do a lot of things right. And when we had, especially in the first half, a lot of opportunities, when we break the press, we regain the ball to run, to have open spaces. We were far from efficient, and the first chance, I think, or the first opportunity that I have to attack the box is a deflection. We have a really bad defending action, and it costs us the goal. And that's obviously emotionally something that we have to deal with. We try to recover from there, try to push them, score the goal from the penalty in the second half. You expect a different game, but yeah, we did a lot of strange things today, I would say.
Is that a surprise to you? Like you just said, a couple of strange things, and you weren't as efficient. Does that come as a surprise to you from what you see?
But we've been very consistent. It can happen. This is football. Sometimes you have to give credit to the opposition as well for what they do, or the way they capitalize. I don't know how many shots they had, but the way they capitalize in our actions, our errors, and we were far from the level today.
How much is this hurting the boys in the dressing room right now?
A lot, and it has to hurt, and you have to take it on the chin, and there is no grey areas now. You stand up and go for the fight, or you are out, and that's it. That's what this level is going to require now.
And does it feel like this is the biggest week of your managerial career, and for these boys playing as well, with what's at stake?
It's a big week. It's a lot of at stake. We're still in a really good position in both competitions, but we need to do better, but certain.
Mikel, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Becky.
But they have a big decision on their hands in terms of who they play at the weekend. Because we have Man City, they're not bad in attack.
Yep.
Key starting to purr. Haaland with a hat-trick at the weekend, getting back amongst the goals.
Yep.
Why are you doing this to us?
I'm setting the precedent before we get into it. But what could help us actually?
2-1 victory. Congratulations, first of all, today. Just sum up how pleased you were with your team's performance.
Very pleased.
Yes, very pleased, obviously. I think very happy for the players. I think in this kind of big games, you have to raise to the occasion. I think we've shown personality, and we've enjoyed some moments also on the ball that is sometimes difficult against Arsenal, and we could finish the job, because we were coming from a lot of draws, and we always had this question mark, but today 3 points that are massive for us.
It's 12 games unbeaten now in the Premier League, which is a club record. What does that say about this group, about how resilient you are?
I think it's something to value. Past season, I think we did an amazing season. We did a run of 11 games. This season it was a strange situation before this game, because you are coming from, I think, 4-5 draws in a row. So you are not fully enjoying it. It's like, okay, we still are there. We are difficult to beat, but I think we needed this game to put us in a better position in the standings also.
Can I just ask you about the press, because you talk about not enjoying it. I don't think Arsenal enjoyed your press. I just thought the relentlessness of your guys' press to start the game, I think it really unsettled Arsenal. They couldn't play through the middle and then having to go long. It was so impressive.
Yes, I think it's one of our strengths. No, teams like Arsenal, United the other day, they give us chances to recover the ball. Sometimes you play against other teams that they go direct too early, and you cannot play this cat and mouse game. No, and against Arsenal, I think we've read good situations, and I think we were good.
Do you know what's remarkable? David Raya played the second most passes for Arsenal because they kept recycling the ball, and every time they went back to the keeper, you guys press, everybody locked on. Is it a man-to-man press, or is it kind of a joint venture?
No, I think if you go man-to-man, they will go direct. No, it's a matter of cat and mouse. It's like, okay, we leave you a little bit, but then we will go, and then sometimes it works, sometimes it's you want to keep also the +1 at the back sometimes with Marcos, no, we were taking a lot of risks because he was leaving his position, but we need it because they are so good that if you give them a lot of advantage, they will punish you.
Just you and Mikel both coming from San Sebastian, and were you able to sort of second guess him a little bit today? I was surprised that Arsenal didn't find a solution to your press. The amount of times they went back to the goalkeeper, were you surprised in some ways?
No, I think they are so good, and we were pressing well, but they were still sometimes finding ways to get through our press, and that way they are big teams. They are confident, yes, and sometimes it's a matter of a duel, 1 against 1, the rebound goes for you, okay, it's a chance, but if you lose that rebound, it's a chance for them. So it was a high-risk, high-reward game, and in most of the situations, because I think my players have won a lot of duels, we were the ones not benefiting more.
For the Alex Scott goal, had you given some kind of message to him at the end of the game to get slightly higher, because his role seemed to change slightly?
I think Alex Scott is in a beautiful spot. I think has played for us as number 10, as number 8, today as number 6. He has added to the ability that he has on the ball a lot of defensive work, a lot of duel winning, and we know if we give him good options on the ball, space to carry the ball, arrivals, he will give us this. No, but I'm very happy because he's becoming a very, very complete player.
And it must have been a big disappointment for him to be left out of those March internationals, but you must be delighted with the way he's responded to that, because he just keeps pushing and giving Thomas Tuchel food for thought.
Yes, I think from his side he cannot do a lot more. He's playing so well, but also I understand, because in this country you have so many good players that sometimes to be at your very best level is not enough, because there is someone also performing very well, and I suppose every time, Thomas has to make a call-up. It's very difficult because there are so many good options, but I'm sure he will continue the same way and he will finish strong the season.
How are you feeling now then about your chances of European football? Because you're just 1 point behind Brentford now, and possibly 8th place could do it as well.
Yes, I think it's going to be difficult because we are a lot of teams in kind of 2-3 points. So even we were getting some draws, some wins, and we were losing positions. There are a lot of teams in a great run: Everton, Brentford, Brighton is recovering, Sunderland, Newcastle will arrive there. It's whoever finishes in a good run of results is going to probably take the reward, but I hope we are there until the end.
And a long trip to Newcastle next as well, but you've got really good memories of heading there last season.
Yes, I remember that game very well. We played it really well, but it's a very difficult matchup. We played against them in the Cup recently. We lost 3-3 in penalties, but also it's going to be like today. We will go against them